What the hell happened to this place? Nathan Caldwell muttered as he stepped out of his rental car, staring across the street at what was once his father's pride and joy. The Cedar Vale Cafe, a Saturday morning staple with lines down the block, now looked weary, its charm buried under grime and neglect. Only a few patrons lingered at scattered tables, two walking out, shaking their heads in annoyance. Nathan adjusted his baseball cap and pulled his hoodie tighter around his face. He hadn't set foot in this location, store number 4 out of 9, since his father's funeral 15 months ago. He'd been managing the chain from afar, mired in supplier contracts, corporate reviews, HR transitions, and the operational chaos his father handled effortlessly. But lately, reviews had soured, words like rude, disrespectful, and cold coffee recurring. He'd raised it with Derek Sullivan, the district manager overseeing the store, but Derek dismissed it as temporary turnover. Still, Nathan's gut churned. So he went undercover not as the owner, but as a customer. His beard was fuller, glasses real but disguising, dressed like a grad student on fumes, wrinkled hoodie, scuffed sneakers, quiet demeanor. Nobody here knew his face. His dad had run this store personally, knowing every barista's name. The bell jingled as Nathan stepped inside. The music hit first, loud, jarring, wrong for a morning crowd. Then the smell, burnt espresso and something sour. The counter was sticky with syrup, a croissant in the pastry case, looking months old. He joined a short line behind a woman juggling a toddler and diaper bag. At the register stood a young woman with platinum blonde hair in a messy bun, phone tucked into her apron. She glanced up, unimpressed. Next, she said, flat and dismissive. The woman ahead ordered hastily, fumbling her wallet as the toddler shrieked. The barista rolled her eyes theatrically, Nathan noticed from behind. His turn. Large black coffee, please. No response, just a screen tap and an outstretched hand. He paid cash, got a lukewarm drink without eye contact, and settled at a corner table near the staff break room hallway, technically off limits, but he needed to hear what happened when customers weren't listening. A sip. Bitter, cold. Then he overheard, if one more idiot asks for oat milk, I'm spitting in their latte. Female voice, same barista. A male voice laughed. Yesterday, some guy complained about weak coffee. I told him that's what he gets for ordering drip at a real cafe. They chuckled. Nathan's hand clenched his cup. I don't even care anymore, the barista added. This place is a joke. We're understaffed and over it. They'll never fire us. We run the damn place. The man replied, told Derek we need to cut that new girl's hours. She's too slow. I'm not training her if she can't keep up. That was it. Nathan stood, face tight, and walked past them as they emerged, their laughter dying when they saw him. Neither spoke. Back in his car, he sat in stunned silence, fingers tapping the steering wheel. He'd let this happen. Obsessed with spreadsheets and growth, he'd forgotten the counter, the faces, what his father built, a business rooted in decency, pride, and personal touch. He dialed the only person he trusted in the company. Rachel, I need the employee roster for store 4, names, schedules, everything. Find out when the new hire's next shift is. You okay? She asked. No, Nathan replied. But I'm about to be. Next morning, before frost lifted from the employee lot's windshields, Nathan waited by the rear door, watching. A white Toyota pulled in. A young woman stepped out, pulling a knit hat over her curls, adjusting a canvas tote. She paused, breathing deeply before unlocking the door. Nathan caught it with his boot and slipped in. Startled, she turned. Oh, I thought I locked that. You did fine, Nathan said, pulling back his hood. Name's Caleb. Supposed to be shadowing today. She squinted, then offered a hand. Sophie, first shift. Sophie led him to the break room, offering small talk as she tied her apron. She was focused, methodical, but weary, braced for reprimand. New hires usually do dishes and restock, she said. Bit rough. Nathan asked. You like it here? Sophie shrugged. I'm in school. Need the paycheck. Footsteps echoed. Jared, tall, smug, earbuds swinging, strode in, barely glancing over. You're early, he grunted at Sophie. To Nathan, who's this? New hire, shadowing, Sophie said. Jared scowled. You're on dishes. Don't get in the way. He left without waiting. Always like that? Nathan asked. Sophie smiled weakly. Mostly. They entered the cafe, the air thick with yesterday's grime. Lila, the blonde from before, fiddled with the espresso grinder. Morning, Sophie offered. Lila ignored her. By 7:15, the cafe opened. Customers trickled in, and chaos followed. I said no whipped cream, a woman snapped. Sophie tried to fix the order, but Jared snatched the cup, dumping it out. She's still learning, he smirked to the customer. Sophie remade it, hands trembling. Nathan leaned over. You did fine. She nodded silently. As the rush grew, negligence mounted. Underpulled drinks, botched orders. Lila shrugged off complaints. Jared barked commands. Sophie, quiet and confident, kept her head down and carried on. By 10 a.m., Nathan had seen enough. Behind the building, mop water stained the pavement from illegal dumping. Inside, standards had slipped into filth, no leadership, just rot. He stepped into the break room and called Rachel. Get the regional manager here tonight. We're closing store 4 for a staff reset. I want to talk to Sophie off-site quietly. At 7 p.m., Sophie arrived at the Willow County Public Library, spotting Caleb near the window with 2 cups and a folder. She approached cautiously. You wanted to talk? Nathan stood. Thanks for coming. He slid a cup over. Chamomile. Figured it's safe. Saturday, my name's not Caleb. It's Nathan Caldwell. I own the cafe. Sophie blinked. Wait, what? I went undercover, he continued. That location's been tanking and corporate had no real answers. Her voice tightened. Am I in trouble? No, he said. Not even close. You've been holding it together. Sophie recounted it all. Jared's threats, Lila's sabotage, no training, absent management. Nathan listened, jaw clenched. When she finished, he slid schedule sheets toward her. Jared's been scheduling light to avoid supervision. Derek rubber-stamped it. It ends now. She stared at the data. They're doing whatever they want. Not anymore, Nathan said. He laid it out. 3-day closure, full sanitation, retraining. Only those who attended training would be rehired. Sophie sat silent. And you, Nathan added, will be promoted to shift supervisor. Her head snapped up. Why me? Because you care. And you didn't quit. She whispered, okay. At 7:30 the next morning, the cafe buzzed with cleaning crews and clipboard checks. Sophie stood beside Nathan, calm and commanding. At 7:45, Lila walked in, stunned. You're the owner? Yes, Nathan said. This is a clean slate. Training starts now if you want to stay. She hesitated, then nodded. Jared arrived 15 minutes later. What is this? He sneered. Nathan stepped forward. Accountability. Jared scoffed. You can't. I can. I own it. You're dismissed. Paid through the week. Jared glared at Sophie. You told him everything. She stood firm. You did that yourself. He stormed out. By noon, Sophie was guiding the team through new procedures. Nathan watched as she corrected, explained, and led without apology. Lila followed orders. Eli, a quiet part-timer, began speaking up. By evening, Nathan handed Sophie the keys. You'll open tomorrow. She took them, no hesitation. As he walked away, he glanced at the glass storefront. Inside, the air was cleaner, not just from bleach, but from trust rebuilt, not with slogans, but with someone who listened. For the first time in a long time, Nathan Caldwell believed in the counter.